Madness, written by Michael T. Foley. Focus question: what makes March Madness so popular in the United States? The maddest time of the year. The date is April 4th, 1983. North Carolina NC State faced off against dominant Houston in the national championship game. Underdogs NC State are playing the game of their lives, and with just seconds left on the score, it's tied 52-52. An NC State guard has the ball but is quickly running out of time. With the final seconds ticking away, he has no choice but to toss the ball at the net and hope for the best. The shot falls short. Suddenly, an NC State teammate comes out of nowhere and catches the ball in the midair. He dunks into the net just as the clock ticks to 0. The crowd erupts in celebrations. It has witnessed one of the most exciting upsets in the college basketball history. This is why March Madness is about excitement and unpredictability, with 68 teams playing in a single elimination tournament. Anything can happen. Now or never. The National Collegiate Athletic Association congregates college sports in the United States. On March 17, 1939, the NCAA Division I men's basketball tournament, also known as March Madness Tournament, began its historic run. Back then, only 8 teams got to compete. Over 10 years though, the championship tournament grew into a raging phenomenon, one that sweeps across the country every March. Since 1939, the March Madness tournament has introduced the world to some of the greatest basketball legends of all time. These many professional athletes perfect their skills in college. It is no surprise that the path to professional basketball goes straight through the Basketball Associations. NBA includes many former March Madness players, NBA legends Shaquille O'Neal, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Stephen Curry, and many others first made the impact in the tournament. Only a tiny number of NCAA players are drafted into the NBA each year. However, this means that for most players, college is the final stop in the basketball career. For them, the chance to play basketball glory is now or never. These players play with passion. It is not uncommon for one to collapse into the floor and burst into tears at the end of the game. Sometimes it's going to happiness, sometimes it's out of disappointment. No matter what, it's our love for the game. How the madness works. The path to the championship is long and difficult. In the 2016, there were 351 eligible schools, with teams grouped by regions into 32 conferences of different sizes. All the teams wanted to play in the tournament, but only 68 make it each year. So how are the 68 teams chosen? Each conference has its own tournament. The winner of each of the 32 conferences automatically qualified for the March Madness tournament. The remaining 36 teams are chosen by a 10-person committee. Its members vote before the tournament on a day commonly known as the Selection Sunday. The bracket. March Madness has become one of the most popular sports events in the United States, even among people who aren't sports fans. In large part, this is due to the fun of filling out a bracket. a grid of other teams in the tournament. People fill out a bracket to predict who will win each game and move on to the next round of competition. A bracket shows the path a team would have to follow to reach the championship game. Millions of people around the country fill out a bracket every year. Some base their tricks on a statistics, others like be safe bets and choose the best ranked teams, while still others love the excitement of rooting for the underdogs. Almost everyone is trying to beat somebody else, family and friends, co-workers or strangers online. One of the most famous March Madness fans is former US President Barack Obama. In each of his 8 years as president, he filled out his own March Madness bracket on television. Wait a minute. Women's win. In 1982, the NCAA started a Women's March Madness tournament. The Division I tournament began with 32 teams and has since doubled to 64 teams. The Connecticut Huskies have been the most dominant women's team in the March Madness tournament history with 11 national championships. Some argued that Husky Brenna Stewart may be the greatest player in the women's college basketball history. From 2013 to 2016, her team won the title 4 years in a row. For each of those 4 years, she won the honor of Most Outstanding Player. As stars and upsets, the most exciting stories that come out of March Madness are Cinderella stories. Cinderella teams are underdogs that are given very good odds to win. The single eliminations format of March Madness, however, means that any team can claw its way to an exciting upset victory. 1985 Championship Finals. Nobody gave the Villanova much of a chance against the Georgetown in the 1985 Championship Finals. Georgetown was the defending champion and was awarded the top rank that year. Villanova was ranked 8th, and many thought their only chance of winning was by a miracle. It turns out that Villanova didn't need a miracle. All they did was to play the greatest game of their lives. Villanova shocked Georgetown by breaking the record for the highest field goal percentage in a game in Final Four history, over 78%. This led to Villanova winning their first national championship in men's basketball with a score of 66-64. 2016 Blue Raiders. In the 2016 opening round, the Michigan State Spartans were ranked second. The Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders was ranked 15th, yet in many called the biggest single upset in March Madness history. The Blue Raiders shocked the basketball fan by defeating and eliminating the Michigan State. 1981. The Blue Raiders didn't win the tournament, but they did burst a lot of people's pockets in the first round. Conclusion. Every March, millions of people take in the excitement of Cinderella teams, riding stars, and game-winning shots as buzzer. Dreams will either come true or fade away forever. This is passion. This is March Madness. Good luck with your bracket.